All right, so we are in the carriage house, and we are in a section of the property where we have received the most paranormal activity that we can capture through what they call EVPs, or electronic voice phenomenons. And it is in this section of the carriage house that the various paranormal investigative groups that have come through here have caught the most EVPs. You are looking at the infamous tea set. We do replace the china every so often. We do clean it up every so often. But there's a very long history about this tea set. Mr. Whitney passed away in 1900. And at the time that he passed away, his daughter Grace was still in Europe. And by the time she got home, it had already been too late for her to get to say her goodbyes. But what she did have was this tea set in this location. So we are on the second floor of the carriage house looking out through a window that would normally look at the pastures where the horses would run. And so her favorite thing to do was to sit here and to drink tea and look out and watch the horses. So Mr. Whitney would always leave a tea set up here ready to go for her in case that she would come home and he wasn't home, he was away on business or something like that, so that she could always have tea. Now the story goes that upon his passing, the tea set was cleaned up. And then very strange things started happening in the house, all that were related to china. Plates and glasses would be found broken, cupboards would be left open, and the staff kind of came to the conclusion that it was because the tea set was cleaned up, because he would get infuriated anytime the tea was not left out for his daughter Grace. So they put it back. And upon putting it back, all of the random things that would happen in the cabinets in the house stopped. So he passed away in 1900, okay? His wife lived here till 1917, weirdly as the only official resident of this property, which, for those that don't know, is ginormous. 21,000 square feet is the house, and the carriage house we're standing in is 6,000 square feet. So from 1900 to 1917, his wife was the only occupier of the property. When she passed away, the home was given to the Wayne County Medical Society. And when they were cleaning up the property, they did just like anyone would do, is clean up this tea set. Why would this tea set be sitting here? And then they too started to find all kinds of weird things happening in the house. They then reached out to the former staff of the property and said, "Hey, did you have anything weird happening?" And they immediately mentioned the tea set. They said, "Hey, did you clean up that tea set in the carriage house? If so, put it back and the stuff will stop." And it has since stopped. And from ownership to ownership, it has been passed down from that moment on. Do not remove the tea set. So, like I said, we kind of clean up the china every once in a while. We dust the table every once in a while. But in the honor of Mr. Whitney and his love for his daughter Grace, the tea set stays.